jump out there.
Congratulations, my friend. You got a bullet.
Hi everybody. This video documents our first ever moose hunt and trip to Newfoundland ever. It was my father and I, my Uncle Wade, and one of my father's neighbors. We had 3 tags between the 4 of us. Our tag was good for a cow or a bull. We were hoping to come home with some meat, but our main expectation was just to get out there, enjoy something new, check out Newfoundland, and really be out in the wild. It was a fly-in hunt in the Moss Pond Wilderness area, and we got exactly what we bargained for, as you'll see in this video. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned till the end for some information on outfitter reviews. We went through 2G Outfitters. We were very happy with them, as well as some gear reviews. I had some gear on during this video that really helped in the wet, boggy weather of Newfoundland. So enjoy the video and stay tuned till the end.
About when we were in our 20s.
There's a viewpoint right there. It tells you all the different. Look at that.
Shoot some pictures.
I want to shoot.
So it is Monday, supposed to fly in Saturday night. It's been a rodeo, hurricane, winds, fog, broken plane. We're flying out in the next, what, Wade, 10 minutes?
15 minutes. Hopefully. And wind's picking up.
Headed to Moss Pond up in central part of the Upper Peninsula in Newfoundland. So hopefully next time you see us, we'll be searching for some moose. Well, we were finally off, and it was about a 30-minute plane ride from Daniels Harbor, where we were, to Moss Pond. And I have to say, after a few days of not being able to fly out, frustration, just kind of hunkering down in Airbnbs, the scenery here on this plane ride just instantly washed all that away, and we were just overcome by feelings of awe and anticipation of what was to come. So Newfoundland has a way of bringing pain and frustration, but it also has a way of washing all that away, and that's what we're experiencing here. One thing I'm learning about Newfoundland is that fog is everywhere and you're always battling it. So we had a great little hunt this afternoon, first day in. It's Monday afternoon and now we're headed back to camp so that we don't get fogged in out here, so we can navigate the way back, and then bright and early in the morning we'll be back at it again.
I know. We've done it. We've been up here 3 times now. I know we have.
Oh, God. You want to circles again?
No, circle, no. They just a little bit off.
They kept coming back to the ribbon.
Yeah, but I still couldn't find the other end of that ribbon.
You know, because we went the wrong way on it.
Yeah, because I was
when we came out, we went right the other way.
Yeah, but
Look, if you guys
but
had-
see what was
we
short.
went the other way.
But see what happened?
He ran out of ribbon. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
I was getting short on ribbon, so all he done little bits farther apart.
That sounds like an excuse, Dad.
Well, I said now we're going to number them.
Day 2 in Newfoundland. Woke up bright and early to get out and be out in our spot for sunrise. And guess what struck again? Fog. So we're waiting for the fog to clear so we can get in the boat and see our way around the rocks and get out there and get a moose, hopefully. We're going to hike in about 5 kilometers to a spike camp where there's a lot of moose sign, and if it looks good, we may stay there for the night, or we may come back home. So hopefully next time I see you, we got a moose down. we made it to Spike Camp, and we kind of went a little bit farther. We're discovering some new area and some new terrain. It looks really good, but we're at that point where we have to make some decisions of, do we go over to that next knoll to see what's over there, or do we hunker down and try not to spread our scent any farther? We'll see what we do, but it looks really good. You can see behind me just all that scenery. You can see it's a good area. We're hoping something pops out here. One thing I learned quickly here was that I simply wasn't going to keep my feet dry. It seemed like every hour I'd find myself up past my knees or even up to my waist in bog water. We really had to limit our gear for the fly-in plane, so a second pair of boots wasn't an option. Long hikes with water-filled boots was a challenge, but sometimes it's those challenges that make these memories all that much better. You just have to stay positive and embrace it all. It's Tuesday evening, day 2 of the hunt. We put in about 20 kilometers today, and I am tired. And we did not see a moose, not a caribou, not a black bear, nothing apart from a couple of birds. So we got a little bit of a walk out. Maybe we'll get lucky and stumble into something. If not, let's hope that something comes out tomorrow. I'm not sure how the other guys at camp did. Hopefully somebody connected on something. Wednesday morning, about 7:40 right now. We're heading up to a new spot. Check it out. It hasn't been touched by anybody yet this year. Hopefully we see some good signs. Weather's spitting rain, wind, Newfoundland weather today, but see if we can't make something happen. It's been about 5 days since I've seen my children and my wife, and it's hard, much harder than I would have imagined. I'm at the point in the hunt where I have to make a decision about, do I go home or do I stay? I gotta drive. First I gotta seaplane. It's gotta have the right conditions to get in to get me. Then I gotta drive. Then I gotta get a flight into Montreal. Then I gotta get in another vehicle and I gotta drive home. So a lot has to happen for me to get home. And the thought of that is just sitting in the back of my mind, nagging and nagging and nagging. But I'm here with my father. I'm here with my uncle. My father did a lot to get here. He doesn't move so well right now. He's sore, so I'm the hunter for our family. And when am I going to get back here to do this again? Probably never. So, a lot of decisions. should go to do this once a year, every 5 years. Feelings you don't want to have, you don't get to have, good or bad. But I don't know. We'll see. We just heard a long cow call followed by a bull call right about here. So we're gonna sit here. Wind is coming this way. We're hoping maybe they come out down through that valley there, or they come down through one of these valleys. We'll give it some time and see what happens. Haven't heard it for about 10 minutes, but unmistakably long cow call followed by a bull. So at this point, Austin, my guide, spots a bull up on the other side of a very steep ridge and heading down into a valley. Just a quick glimpse of the bull. So we decide to hightail it up to the top of the next steep ridge in order to see if we can get eyes on that bull down in that valley. Alright, quick update. This is where we were sitting. Last time we did an interview, we heard a cow way up on the hill over this direction. And then Austin spotted a bull right down in here. So what we did is we hightailed it over here and got up on a ridge and tried to head him off because he was heading up towards the cow. But I think he beat us over, up and over the ridge. We never hooked up with him. So now we're dealing with what you deal with in Newfoundland, which is fog. But Austin went back, hightailed it back to camp, got his call. Since they seem to be starting to rut, we're hoping we can call something into this area between now and this evening. So keep you posted. Huge. I looked at that spot about 30 times in the last 5 hours. And I expected if a moose came out, from my vantage point, it could be about that big. It was about that big. I think she's down right there, I think. All I can think of, my father for bringing me here. I mean, I've thought about that. This exact thing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you guys for working here. My wife, home with 3 kids, while I'm up here doing this. You know, I called her last night and I said, God, I gotta get home. I miss those girls. And she said to me, stay. You've done so much for this. And my father, money, time, he put into bringing me here. I'm pretty sure there's a moose down right there. I'm pretty sure I got her. I think it's a cow. Happy with it. I'm happy with it. Gosh, she's big. Oh, no. Don't. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. She never got back up, did she?
I saw her lay down. She was hit, and I saw her lay down.
Did she get back up?
No.
She never made it this far. You said she fell over, right?
She laid down. So I think there's a decent possibility, Austin, she could be gut shot. Because you know how when they're gut shot, sometimes they'll lay right down. It's about half hour since I shot. Yeah, we got blood right here. Half hour since I shot, we've been looking like crazy for blood, can't find anything. And I just found it. Look at it. Spraying here, and it's spraying over there. Look at all this blood.
Oh yeah, she's pumping it out.
Bubbles in it. And she's going right this way. So I'm gonna...
Nah, which way did she go?
She's going right up this way. So I'm just gonna... So I just wanna get this here. Let me go. Let me jump out there.
Congratulations, my friend, you got a bullet.
Oh my God. That bull came right into that call. And I bet you that was a bull that you saw going up earlier today. They're huge. They're absolutely huge. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me get his head around. Oh. He's cool. Oh. They are absolutely humongous. Humongous animals. Humongous. Oh. Oh, I can't thank you enough. Everything it took to get here and everything we've been through this week, we hunted hard. We earned this bull.
You earned this bull.
We earned this bull. I appreciate it. And I'll tell you who else earned this bull. It's my father, who's back at camp right now, who a sore hip and couldn't come out here today with us. He has more than earned his bull. That man started me hunting young and dreamed of this. Dream come true. So thank you. 2G, thank you. Huntech. Yeah, Huntech. This gear, I've had this jacket on for a week, and I've been hunting in Newfoundland weather. Wet, rain, fog, wet, rain, fog. I've been bone dry, and my gosh, this is cool. Look at the little kicker he's got in the side here. That's awesome. Well, let's get him skinned up. I think the work's about to start. The view from my kill spot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the bull came out right about here, right on that little patch right there. I shot him, turned, shot him again, went down right about there. That's all she wrote. So as it turned out, 2 of my 3 shots were hits. The first shot was a clean miss, which how you miss a bull moose standing broadside at 150 yards is beyond me, but I chalk it up to nerves, and it takes some special kind of nerves to miss a target that big. But the good news is that the second 2 shots were clean, double lung shots, right where I wanted them. So the inside was nice and clean. He butchered up beautifully. We quartered him right there in the field. Look at the size of the backstrap. Just absolutely mammoth animal. And I shot him at about 3 o'clock, and we cleaned him up. We took a load out back to camp. We were about 3 miles through some pretty tough, nasty stuff back to camp, as you see here. And we ended up hooking up with a few other guides, bringing them back out for another load that evening. And we got almost everything out that night. We were definitely hiking out into the dark. I had to go back the next morning just for one front quarter, which luckily nothing got on, so that was nice and clean. So we really lucked out, but it was a lot of work, which was what we bargained for.
One of them. He was carrying meat and all that water.
Drinking water for later.
I need dinner.
You can survive.
Well, my plane couldn't get in for a couple more days, so that gave me the opportunity to let the meat hang, cape and flesh the hide, then bone everything out for the flight out. Our neighbor wound up getting another 5 point the next day, so I was able to butcher his bull as well, and best of all, I had the chance to throw a few pieces of moose on the fire for my first taste, and I've got to say, it didn't disappoint.
Good.
Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Amazing.
All that was left to do now was pack up the plane, sign the post at camp, and be treated to some incredible views on the flight out. A great reminder of just how alone we were out there and how incredible this country truly is. Without a doubt, we'll be back. I hope you enjoyed that part of the video. I'm going to talk briefly now about some gear and some advice for anybody planning a trip to Newfoundland to hunt some moose. First piece of gear definitely need is waterproof boots. I wore muck boots while I was there. Second piece that I want to talk about is a good waterproof rain jacket. I wore the Huntech Tussock jacket. They run large, so if you're looking at these jackets, get a size below what you normally would get. Normally I'd be medium or large. I got a small and it fit perfectly, as you'll see. This jacket is the equivalent of that really high-end gear that you'd get in the States. It's a Newfoundland company, but it's about half the price. So Huntech is a Newfoundland company. They're just getting into the hunting side of things, so you're able right now to get some of that really high-end gear for about half the price. This jacket cost me, I want to say, between $200 and $300. I also brought their Mackenzie version of their the waterproof jacket. My guide loved it so much, he was trying to buy it off me all week. You'll see he started wearing it during the video. I ended up giving that to him as a part of his tip, or in addition to his tip for the hunt. But great company. I highly recommend checking them out. I'll drop a link to them in the chat. As far as outfitter reviews, we went through 2G Outfitters. They have 3 camps as of right now. The Moss Pond Camp, which is a flying camp where we were. The Long Pond Camp, another flying camp. And then they have a driving camp. Of the 3, they say that the one we stayed in was the most primitive. So if you're looking for higher end amenities, you might want to try their drive-in or their other fly-in at Long Pond. But this had everything that we needed. A place to rest our head, a spot to eat, and it was all that we needed. Biggest piece of advice when you're planning a trip to Newfoundland is talk to somebody who's been through the outfitter that you went with. We were delayed in flying out for a couple of days, so we had the opportunity to spend time with lots of different groups that were also delayed. And you hear some horror stories about outfitters just kind of abandoning their hunters, collecting the money and saying, hey, good luck, hopefully you get there. So do your research, talk to somebody who's been there through this particular outfitter, and also embrace the fact that there's a good chance you're not going to fly out if you're doing a fly-in hunt. For me, I was kind of planning to fly into camp on Saturday, hunt Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, fly home, be home for the weekend. I have 3 little kids at home. I had like a 6-month-old daughter when I went, and then be ready for work on Monday. It just doesn't happen that way. Sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. So be prepared. That's one piece of advice that I wish someone gave me, was be prepared for delays. That way you're not anxious and frustrated when they happen. But apart from that, I'm going to send you over right now to my father in Austin, back in Newfoundland, to close this video. But happy hunting. Get out there, get a moose, and enjoy.
Well, the first thing they can expect is get their moose. Second priority is to make sure that they have a good time. And they always do.
Top of the line. I see most of their success is the fact that all these guys just constantly work together. They have safety in mind constantly, and it works out perfect. It's nice when you work with a group of people that like to work together themselves, and you just can tell how well this group works. They all do their part, and they really give you a top shot. Really nice show. Nice. We've had some success, and the weather has not cooperated at all with us. But I think this is Newfoundland.
This is Newfoundland.
I'm telling you, it's wild country. Absolutely gorgeous country.